Hey everyone. So today, like many days this summer, it is blazing hot outside and probably 90% humidity. So I really should get some mowing done, but I despise mowing. And so I'm going to do my next least favorite thing, fix one of our lawnmowers. We occasionally get some pretty gnarly thunderstorms, and uh, here recently we got some hail. Just dumb luck. A piece of hail hit this fuel tank cap and busted it out. I didn't know it until just recently, so there's probably a lot of water in the tank. So that's the kind of the plan today is to drain this tank, clean it out, and put this mower back into service, and or sell it. So I just thought I'd bring you along. Not really a super entertaining video, just more informative. So if you're here for entertainment, you might as well click off and go elsewhere. I'm not on YouTube to entertain people. So um, my this mower has been with us almost as long as we've been married. So we got this in 2009. So yeah, almost 16 years ago, and it's been a great mower. Don't get me wrong. It's a Craftsman professional, but it's a 28 horse. It cuts through a lot of grass that even my zero turn struggles with. And we do have a bagger for it, so I tend to let the grass get too long. Then I gotta bag it. It's kind of my worst nightmare. But okay, so like I said, this is a Craftsman. It's an older one, 54-inch mower, 28 horsepower. I'll show you the if you got something similar. A lot of these are, they use a lot of the same parts. That didn't show up. My particular model number is 917.289740. And like I said, this probably applies to a lot of different Craftsman models. So yeah, we're just going to get into it. I'm not really sure how to drain this tank. Can't really be that hard. I'm probably going to jack it up and just see where the line goes. Might just go straight to the fuel filter where I can just pop that off. I just need the lowest part so it drains all that water out of there. So I'll bring you along, and then I was going to replace this cap, but they want $20 for it. It is a vented cap, so I need to keep that in mind. But I'm just going to kind of make my own seal on top, and I'll leave a couple openings so it can vent. I'm thinking about maybe just some silicone on top and a piece of plastic just to kind of glue it on there. Maybe I'll put some screws around there. I mean, it's definitely a hack, but I'm not paying $20 for a fuel cap. I couldn't believe that. And that's like not even OEM, that's just eBay. Yeah, so anyways, we'll do that as well. First things first, it's hot. I got my AC going, but that thing barely keeps up. I'm getting my fan going. I'll bring it back. I'll turn off the fan when I need to talk, but um, otherwise I'm just going to put you on time lapse. Okay, so here's the fuel line right here. Comes up from underneath the chassis right into this fuel filter. So there's a clip right here that I can take off. I'll lose a little bit of fuel, but then I probably just fish that down, pull it out. I did jack up the back, so hopefully gravity will kind of help us here. I cannot see where it goes into the chassis, but I think once I unhook it here, I should be able to fish it out. Okay, that wraps up that. That was actually pretty simple. There was very little water actually in there. And there is some debris in there, some bugs and whatever. I did take a look at this fuel filter. It looks old, but it's just dirty on the outside. On the inside, it actually looks pretty good. So I think those bugs will probably fill it up eventually, and at that time I'll replace it. So I just kind of took some time to put the battery back in. I always take my batteries out during the winter and trickle charge them. Winters can be 2 months, 3 months. It just depends. So 3 months sitting there, it definitely probably would have been dead. I went ahead and just replaced the air filter. I probably could have gotten away with blowing it out, but I had one, so I might as well give it the fighting chance here. And I did that cap, and I think I'll just let that dry overnight and see if I need to put any screws on the outside. This is a Volcom sealant, polyurethane sealant, and most of it's going to be hidden from the sun, and it holds up pretty well anyways. But I put this staple in here, which will be my vent holes. I'll pull it out tomorrow, and those should be plenty big for the vent holes. These are the old vent holes. Well, that's picking up about the same size, so that should work just fine. And like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna put this back in service. It's the only mower I have that has a bagger, so I may just go ahead and keep it. You know, just so we have that option at our disposal. I don't really want to put any more money into it, although the tires are original. I'm probably gonna have to put some tire slime in them to get another season. I've done that probably several seasons in a row now. But the deck is still in good shape. I have replaced every single spindle at least once. The wife found everything in the yard that she possibly could several times. So those are good. The blades are pretty good. I might sharpen them if I can get this up on my ramp. It's not as heavy duty as my zero turn, so we don't take it down by the pond or anything like that, because there's just too many sticks that fall down there. Yeah, and it's all like oak, walnut, hardwoods. But yeah, that kind of wraps that up. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, it's a Craftsman from the 2009 range, and a lot of these mowers, you know, the parts are kind of interchangeable, so you can use them for different models. I didn't really replace any parts except for the air filter. The fuel, I think, is going to be fine. We'll test it out tomorrow, and if I do anything else, I'll let you all know. But if you have any questions, just throw them in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.